It's showtime, folks. We're back here at Big Old Belt Media for our live weekly show where we discuss those three big topics that you all have been talking about on this week's episode of Power Book 4 Force. This is episode 5, Crown Vic. As y'all already know now, through 5 episodes each week, we are going to continue to collaborate with the best, the most talented content creators out there. And this one was already loaded up before the season even started. And we finally got my big homie on the channel, Mr. Lamont Tyson. It is about to be a show. We about to break it all down. Let's stay tuned. Let's get into it right after this. Short and sweet intro, folks. We're back here at Big Old Bell Media for another recap review show where we only are covering those 3, maybe 4, or maybe 5 big topics coming out of this week's episode 5 of season 2 of Power Book 4 Force, episode titled Crown Vic, with our special guest, the big homie Lamont Tyson at the YouTube channel Life Gains. Lamont, my brother, how you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. It's an honor to be here with you, brothers. I love what you do. The fans are in for a treat, and be sure to super chat these brothers. They work their damn asses off now. They too modest to tell y'all to give them super chat, okay? So give these brothers super chats for all their hard work. I'm here to make sure that everybody recognizes the good stuff they're putting out. So let's make it happen, and let's make some entertainment tonight.
Appreciate you. Hey, shout out to the 100K plaque behind you real quick. You know, that thing just sitting back there all nice and crispy. You know, we got also return the flowers, because one thing about Lamont, Lamont's going to put out some content and you're going to engage. And I just think your cadence, your presentation, and honestly, you make it look so easy. I swear to God, I'd be overthinking everything. I'm like, damn, Lamont, just pull up, just chill. Drop some knowledge on you real quick. Got the fans all in the mix, man. You're definitely the bar man. So it's absolutely a pleasure to have you with us tonight as we get ready to talk about Power. Which what an episode! Again, this episode is titled Crown Vic. I even saw online, and I have yet to confirm, but I believe they're calling this a mid-season finale. So is this the week where they're about to take the break?
I'm not sure, man. I should know, but I don't, and I try to be honest with people. I don't know. It was such a fire episode. I could definitely see them doing that because the writers went all in with this episode. It was definitely a top 10 episode and all the power for me. So I could easily see them taking a break. They might do it, but we're gonna let the fans know as soon as we know.
Yeah. Hey, listen, because we pride ourselves on honesty too, and I love that. Right. That's why you the big homie, because it's easy to, you know what? I ain't going on my rant because I already see Lucas about to size me up on it.
Go ahead. Go. I mean, if you're gonna go on a rant, go ahead, go off, my brother. Go ahead.
Go off.
All I'm gonna say is we enjoy each week watching the episode, getting on here, giving y'all the recap review show and talking to you live, and that's just what it is. So yes, I do not know what's ahead, but I can tell you one thing. This certainly does feel like a mid-season finale. It's just untraditional for them because usually they got that weird like week 7 or like 8 or something break. So like if they're doing this right where the break should be, I definitely tip the hat, because I think we can be satisfied for about 2 weeks on what happened with this episode. This was nuts. And as you mentioned, the writers here, Sammy Horowitz and Adam Pasen, they definitely did their thing. And we got a interview with the director, Elisa Demaine, who really broke it down in terms of this episode. I don't think I've ever been that wowed by a director who really tapped into the psychology behind the decisions made and the cause and effects ripple of the episode. So Lisa did her thing. She's back for episode 9 directing too. So that's what a job there. Give me the season, the mid-season finale, and then prepping you before the finale. She knows some things up there. So but anyway, because from Lamont's mouth to these people's ears here, we got our first super chat from Eric Iverson, EI. when Maria said the gunshots victim's dad had the same name as her dad, which was Felipe, rumor is Maria's dad is Felipe Lobos. Okay. Lucas, you first here? you here? Because I saw somebody completely answer this, and it's nothing but the truth. But you want to take this one, or Lamont? You want to take this one?
Look, I'm a guest. I'm a guest on the show, and we haven't even let Lucas say nothing yet. It would behoove me to jump in here and say something before Lucas. You got to let the co-host of this ship get his message out there. So, Lucas, don't make it too hard for me to come behind you. That's all I'm going to say, okay? So leave me some room to come behind you.
I understand, Power fans, that y'all want to connect everything humanly possible. And this is just such a reach for no reason, though. For no reason, this is a reach. This is like it's like someone in a power chat decided, hey, let me put this out there because clearly this is a rumor that I heard from somewhere, but no one can ever say where you heard this rumor from. This ain't no. I strongly doubt they will bring that connection to hit a force because it wouldn't make any sense. Writing wise, it wouldn't make any sense to have that connection. So no. And also, not to sound racist, but how many people of Latino descent is named Felipe? I mean, like, that's like Sam, Mike. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a very common name. That ain't something like this just gonna stick out, or like, oh my God, it's only one other Felipe I know. No, that's humanly impossible. Like, that's a common name. So I think it was just her bringing that correlation, or maybe a memory back of her father more than anything else. Not that they would come on, man.
Go ahead, Lamont. His floor is yours.
Well said, Lucas. Shout out to my man Eric Iverson. When he rocks with your YouTube channel, he's definitely going to super chat you. And Eric, there is no correlation. If anything, the writers threw that in there to just make the audience feel a certain kind of way. But Felipe Lobos, his ass is dead. And like Lucas said, the name is so common in the Latino community. There's niggas on the block with the name Felipe. I know 5 Negroes with the name Felipe. It done crossed over into the African-American community. They're not talking about Felipe Lobos. He's not coming back. No, Power fans. They did that as a teaser to everybody. We will not be seeing dead-ass Felipe Lobos come back. We're not.
See, hey, hold up. Even Lamont hit on it slightly there. Because when I hear Felipe, I think of Felipe Lopez. That's the first Felipe I think about. When I hear Felipe, it's Felipe Lopez.
You caught that slip of the tongue. I'm going to think about soccer and basketball and shit. So, no, he's not coming back, fans. No. And we don't need him to come back.
Not at all. No.
We got fresh material that is raw.
The cartel
and this
is just waiting.
Yes, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate the super chat, Eric. And I see you doubling down really quickly before we get to the second super chat. We just want to tell everybody, thank y'all so much for coming through, rocking with us each and every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, that's right. Go get your wine, go get your beverage, whatever it is. We're going to have an hour, maybe a little bit more of this pure entertainment where we interact with you all and just do what we do. We have fun here. Let me come back with Eric Iverson with another super chat, this time $10 again. Najir, yes, you better call me out when you talk about Saxe, because you already know that is my favorite character. Tell everyone about Saxe being on 4th set and how the timeline is set where Saxe is alive right now. P.S. Thank you, Lamont and Moochie, for bringing me to Big O Belt. Hey, listen, Moochie, Lamont, the list goes on. So many people that come through here over the last 5 weeks is fam. So beyond coming through and showing us love, make sure you go and support every single other person that we've had on the show and folks to come, because again, and it's no shade to anybody who may not make it to the 10 episodes and the finale. We probably gonna do something really big. There's a lot of hard-working folks who put out amazing content for the 50-verse. The 50-verse for BMF, Power, all these shows that y'all love in the same genre. I think big press, the writers and stuff, they get their love, and I think sometimes we get overlooked. But I think you all come here each and every week because y'all know what it is, and we hope that you all echo it out to other folks so that other folks keep coming in, checking us out, checking out Lamont, B. Avery. The list just goes on and on. There's some folks that does great work, and I'm a fan of everybody that does work. So while we do our work, I definitely sit back and see what everybody else is up to because folks are out there putting in work. Cooper Saxe is my favorite character. Everyone knows that. It is without a doubt not a secret. And if there is a chance that Cooper could be on Force, first of all, the timelines work because in the beginning of the season, I did not know that this was not happening simultaneously or even consecutively after Ghost. But in fact, this is happening before the last season of Ghost, which means before Cooper has died. Cooper coming to Force. Okay, so Cooper being on set, I saw it. I do not think that has anything with him being on the show. The Power family is tight knit. They're always together. And you've seen them at the 50 Cent concerts. You've seen the Ghost crew with the Force crew, with the BMF boys. They just tight like that. So if somebody's in a respective city of somebody filming, they just pull up. Even folks that died, you still see Gloria's still hanging around with the folks at times. So like it's just what it is. Folks are just their family, and I think that seeing somebody on set shouldn't be something to be speculative about their character returning. But
or
if a St. Patrick was on Force, it would make sense if Cooper was, had a hard on to get to Chicago to figure out what's up. Remember, Cooper never really cared about Tommy. It was always about James, and it was about Tariq. That's it. He has a hard on and an obsession for the St. Patrick's, which means if Tariq is not somehow in Chicago, I do not see him coming. And if somehow they decided to use it, I just wouldn't be overly happy because I appreciated the obsession of Cooper Saxe over the St. Patrick's, where we now see somebody like Stacey Marks who got the obsession over Tommy, who she don't care about no Vic, which I don't understand why. Or the Flynns, obviously the biggest drug organization, the more structured drug organization in Chicago.
Yeah.
And not even CBI, because she wants Vic to infiltrate CBI to get Tommy. She doesn't really even care about CBI or Diamond. She just wants Tommy. So like, I just think that you have to kind of look at what we're going to call our villains, but authority figures. We just have to look at their obsession factors, which make them move the way they do. That's how power sort of works with these folks. So I don't necessarily see Cooper Saxe coming, but if it happens and I have to eat my words, well, we'll talk about it. we'll definitely talk about it.
Always keep in mind that because this is happening before the end of season 3 of Ghost, those letters have to come into play. And Cooper's involved with those letters.
True.
So that would be a way to bridge the correlation between this and Ghost is Cooper with the letters. Because we were waiting this entire time to see what brought Kate back to New York.
Yeah.
And now we seeing, okay, Kate's going back to we now know why Kate went back to New York or why she's going back to New York. So how does the letters come into play with Cooper? Yeah. It could be just as simple as them showing Cooper dropping a letter off to Kate or somehow getting something to Kate. It's not, I don't think it's going to be something with him in Chicago, but it's going to be something that connects him possibly with Force because those letters go throughout all of Power.
Yeah.
So
I got a question for you fellas too.
Let's talk.
Is there any way you guys could see Tariq coming to hook up with D-Mac at that Negro Academy for youths that got in trouble with their uncles?
Hey, listen. Listen, before you even answer that, Lucas, let's just go into the biggest question of the entire weekend.
We can start with the first question because that goes right into it. And that's
my bad.
Everybody.
No, you're good. You're good. You're right on. You're good because you
segue perfectly into it because that's one of the biggest questions this week from everybody is where is D-Mac and who is there with him? That is the biggest question going on around the internet right now. So Lamont, I'm gonna ask you first because you asked the question. In this Magical Negro Academy that they have D-Mac in magically with horses and everything,
right?
Who could possibly be there with him? Not necessarily Tariq coming there, but somebody already being there.
There are a couple of people from the Power universe that you would have to assume is there. Eliza Marie, she might be there. Older version of Eliza Marie might be there. You can safely assume that someone like maybe a 2-bit done took a job doing something crooked there that he shouldn't be doing. Now we know 2-bit ain't gonna be shoveling no horses crap, but for whatever the reason, they would pop him in there somehow, some way to have some kind of consistency between the two shows. And other than that, we might see a parallel between, we got Effie, who has family members that they never talked about in great detail, who could also be there. And for all we know, Lauren's boyfriend that I used to crack jokes on might have something to do with that academy too, the one that Tariq beat up. So there are a couple of people that could be tied to this thing that we'll see from one of Power Book 2 that could be there with D-Mac. It's just a matter of which character would have the most significance to the story.
Yeah.
That's a good.
No, go ahead. I'm going to the super
chat.
No.
I'm gonna let you go because I do have a person in mind, but I want to see if you bring up this name first.
You already know where I'm going at with this. First of all, Eric Iverson with another super chat here for $5. Remember, Chicago find out Tommy is dead. In New York, so maybe she reaches to Saxe, and that's what was on the flash drive Saxe gave to Junior since he killed Jan. Yeah, it could. It absolutely could. I mean, and like, let me be clear. If Saxe is on force, I do not see Saxe right now, and I'm not debunking anything y'all saying because y'all could be absolutely right. I don't know if I necessarily see Saxe in Chicago. Is there communication from Chicago to New York? Absolutely positive. I think Blanca is more likely to show up in Chicago than Saxe. But do Saxe get reached out to? Let's also not forget who has a task force going on too. So it's just a matter of where the timelines are at. While this is before season 3, we know where the end of season 3 happened. But do any part of season 2 run into season 3? Yeah, is the question.
Exactly.
So if you got a task force in Chicago and a task force in New York, at some point, Washington, D.C. is going to say, what the hell is going on in these major cities here, you know? And let's not forget about the folks that are sitting in Washington, D.C. of the characters that we've seen over the years. So there could be somebody that could start connecting the dots and or wanting some involvement with these high-profile cases, because that's what it becomes, much like we know with Stacey Marks. You get the big guy, you get a promotion.
Didn't Blanca show up at the end of season 1? The finale?
We all going to pretend like that didn't happen because nothing happened up there.
Oh, she's coming, fellas. Blanca's showing
coming
up now. She's coming. She is definitely coming.
Yeah.
And much to the chagrin of a lot of people that don't like Blanca, I like what she brings to the story, but a lot of people are sick of Blanca and the way she talks.
You already know, Blanca since day one.
There you go, Prince Rock. Because that's damn sure the name that I was thinking.
Come on, man. I'm going. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. Before I say that, Blanca definitely went to the Odin's vault and grabbed the Infinity Gauntlet and was like, "I'll do it myself." So we're going to see her going after Tommy very soon.
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, Prince Rock, absolutely. Cash is a name that I think of here because this is a youth academy. I've never seen it to the likes of this. I think we in our area, is the youth academy around our way, is that equivalent to Boys Village?
Jesus Christ, I forgot all about Boys Village. Yeah, I would assume so, but nah, Boys Village got no damn horses. This is not a cheap academy. It don't look like.
Hell no.
Yes,
hell no.
This is a place Tommy's paying good amount of money for him to be there.
Yes, it's a grid. This is like Professor X special school for mutants.
There you go.
So we got horses. Like this is a high-tech academy that this boy is at. Okay, so nah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cash is a good name.
Definitely.
I think we have never really got, but like, I don't know, 1 to 2 conversations with Cash, sort of say, and Tommy sort of trying to be a daddy figure to Cash. And I think for every reason, everybody's pulling for Alicia and Marie to come back with vengeance, which I guess, I think Cash being sent out here sort of just makes sense too. I mean, I need to learn more about the Youth Academy. I did ask the director about DMAC, and she swerved the hell out of the question. But there's clearly something big to come with this. But I think Cash makes more sense. I think instead of having a little girl going after Tommy because she's way out of her class, that's not gonna happen, older or not. She's not gonna just all of a sudden become a killer. But I think Cash being there, and Cash may not even know who killed his mother. Or Tommy haven't evolved, but he does know that Tommy at least was trying to be a father figure to her. So could you imagine him having his son and then his nephew all in the same thing? I mean, it could be something, but I don't know. It's whatever it's going to be. I hopefully it'll just be something that just makes a lot of sense at the end. But I would predict Cash if anybody who's sitting in there.
Because at this point, wouldn't Lisa Marie be closer to Junior's age than D-Mac's age? Proctor died in what, season 6? She would be closer to Junior's age at this point. But Cash, I can see Cash being there because I can see Tommy paying for Cash to be there.
We got an emergency message here.
Oh, look.
Oh, there you go. That's it. That's my vote.
Boy.
That's my vote. Yeah. It's Yaz all day.
But we know Yaz not there, unfortunately, because we saw the end of Power. And we waiting for Yaz's book, because that's the book that I think is going to set Power apart from everything else. That's like the Godfather book right there. Yaz Coleon gonna come back and tear everybody up.
Hey,
everybody.
That's what she. Yaz Coleon, huh?
Yeah, Coleon, man. She gonna come back and tear everybody up.
Look, I'm still waiting for Lisa Marie to come back for revenge for her uncle and her daddy.
Oh no, she gonna try to get Tommy, but I think if they're gonna have her, aging her up would only make sense to have her possibly in her early 20s.
Yep.
For a time.
I mean, you could even do 19, really.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. So she would be at this academy. I would expect her to show up on Ghosts anyway with Tariq.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Before that. But here with D-Mac, it makes so much sense. If it's someone there, it would be Cash. And that Tommy knew about that place because he's paying for Cash to be there already.
Well, I would say D-Mac was this close to having a love interest. Why not give him a love interest that has a vendetta with his family and make for a great story? That's why I say Lisa Marie. Give that love interest. Not only do you got that, but then you got the black and white dynamic, and then you got the grandma being white and on drugs, and now she's with Lisa Marie. You got the Tommy thing. You could make a great story just off of that love relationship that happens at the Negro Academy of Horses.
Yeah. that is true. That would be very wow. Either that or again,
he ain't gonna get Genesis. You can forget Genesis.
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Somebody else gonna be Genesis does. It ain't gonna be him.
Yeah.
It's just I would prefer Lisa Marie just to be older. Because if we get her plotting older, it will make so much more sense. Yeah. Even that old D-Mac there by his damn self. And then we do get like Yaz show up later on or some of that nature. Yeah, it's about 13 now. Ain't no telling her age. Did they age Yaz up and then age her down all the time?
How come Raina is the only character that no one's thought that really didn't die? Everybody's like, yeah, she's dead. Just let go. Because it sounds crazy, but everybody else has speculated. We saw her get shot, but you know.
No, I mean we saw Ghost Raina. She came back and visited her dad.
Oh, true that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Once you that's it. We know you got
That's it. I mean, when you come back and you haunting people, your ass is dead. We seen 50 haunting Tariq. We seen her haunting her daddy. So once you come back and haunt somebody, you dead. You dead like Fred.
That's why they ain't show Ghost hunting nobody yet. They said, wait, let's see if we get our money up first to get you this contract.
Right.
Let's see what we're gonna do.
His haunting has been through letters, which ain't the same as seeing the vision.
Exactly. So that's why no one's questioning if Raina. We know Raina gone.
She's so irrelevant. Just like somebody said, Jaleel. Raina was like my least favorite character of probably all of television.
What the fuck?
Really? What?
Did nothing.
What's wrong with you? But you like
what she do to you?
Raina did nothing to the story. At times, you almost forgot she was even there.
Because they
At
killed
times,
her.
they forgot. At times, they forgot she was even there.
Nigga, but
I thought at
we
times
love
they forgot
Yaz,
about the
and at
other
times,
daughter.
That's
what
at
I
times,
thought they forgot
at
about
times
Yaz.
they eliminated Yaz out the storyline.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly.
It was
That
two
was
or
how
3 years
Yaz
there
was-
where the St. Patrick's only had 2 kids.
I show
Look,
grace. Yeah, you're right. I show grace to Yaz, but like the fact they even made Raina a twin and like she was still irrelevant at times is so wild to me. It did nothing.
Wait a
I
minute,
remember
man.
the shock of Tariq with Tasha coming in with that cake and said, "This is for the twins." I said, "Who the fuck is a twin?"
Twin. That's what I said. I'm like,
we have not had this discussion yet. Where the fuck is the twin come from?
Yo, and they treated Yaz just like the girl on Family Matters. They sent her ass upstairs. She never came back down. That's how they treated Yaz.
Yaz didn't come back downstairs till Big Mama started drinking and beating on her. And we was like,
right.
Wait a minute. Like, what's going on with Yaz here? But it's not. I don't understand how you just hated Raina, dude. It makes no sense.
I ain't the only one. They in the comments saying how I miss Raina. Okay, I don't know. I'll be nice. I love Raina. She's amazing. Best character ever.
Fake it.
My boy DeMarcus Vaughn is destroying her. He said she was trash. If she was trash, then what the hell was Lala Anthony's son on the show? Because he was trash too. If you say at least Raina could sing, damn. What these kids got to do nowadays to be liked on these TV shows?
Yeah, if they not selling drugs, like Raina was supposed to be the heart of Tariq, so the opposite of him. And because of that, people like, nah, we hate Tariq, but at least Tariq was selling drugs. Raina ain't do shit. Like, that's what it is. Raina was the good kid. That's what it was.
Oh my
people
God.
Don't like the kid. They like move weight. If you ain't moving weight, we don't like you. That's all it is.
So just to be clear, I want to get almost a very concise decision here on who everybody thinks, because at some point we're going to figure out who's at the school.
Yeah.
Do you all think? Do you have a name? Either predict who you think is going to be there, or will D-Mac just be there and be delivered by him own self? Or do we meet a new character that somehow has become relevant once they leave there? You know, it's I'll say one thing truly. In looking at the production of Power of Force, they use a lot of Chicago actors on here.
Yeah.
I don't think they would use that spot up to bring another character in from someplace else. So I'm wholeheartedly feel that they're just going to just introduce a new character that will be a bit of influence in terms of who D-Mac becomes. So is it a new girl? Is it a new dude? You know, whatever it may be, it's going to be something that I think a character that's going to be pivotal to sending D-Mac in a new trajectory here. Because at the end of the day, we see D-Mac is very immature. Like, my man got out and threw a hissy fit because he don't fuck with cows. Like, in the grand scale of things, like, my man, you just killed a cop. You need to lay low now. So let me know who y'all think. Is it going to be a character? Do you think it's going to be a new character or a returning character? Let us know. And then I'll get back to Lucas and let's just get on what we're doing.
I'm just going to say, just understand. I understood his fear of cows. Have you ever just seen a cow? You don't need to be surprised by a cow. That shit there can fuck your head up. Especially you from the city. Like, if you're from the city, this is stuff you're not accustomed to. So I did like D-Mac's reaction to being there because he's not accustomed to this life. So he's completely thrown off by everything he's seeing. And then they kidnapped him and brought him there. You get kidnapped and you just brought to a farm, you're going to have lots of questions before you just accept this as life now. Nah, nigga, no.
Right.
Why did you bring me here? Am I going to work the grounds? Like, I got questions. Like,
and then when you get out the van, the first thing that hit him is the aroma of horse shit. I'm from it's like they put you like what the hit your nose just like that. He's smelling horse manure and thinking, what in the world is on? Then he finds out he's in some kind of academy dealing with horses. Very, very un-black folks, like, especially you from the city. So I'm with you. D-Mac was in his right mind to act like that. That's for real.
But speaking of D-Mac, the next big question of the week is justice for Kate. And was Tommy and JP dead wrong for letting it lead on that D-Mac was dead and that Tommy killed him? So first with you, Najee, what did you think about the way they handled it? We understood he had to go away, but not telling Kate why he had to go away and leading her to believe he was dead. What did you think about that?
I got to remember exactly. So my answer is a little biased here because the director, I asked something on this lines too, and I think she mentioned it being because Tommy was handling the situations through his eyes. So what he felt was doing right, but not really observing the sake of what everything around was kind of going on. So I think he felt like he was doing the right thing, and he felt like, I guess, in the sense of he didn't need to tell Kate. But simply put, he was dead wrong for this. There was no need to withhold that very small bit of dialogue, but huge amount of detail that D-Mac is still alive. And I don't know if he enjoys seeing his mom suffer. I mean, let's also not forget that in a very like symbolic factor of him smacking the ice cream was almost him saying like, I'm done with you. So I just think like, I don't know, man. It's extra, and I get that, you know, he blames his mom for D-Mac going out, but like I just think it's super extreme, but it's on par for Tommy, man. He's never been so rational with things, but he's dead wrong. And JP kind of playing compliance officer here, make sense to me. I don't know. I would have thought JP would have fought just a little bit harder for his son. And whether it was the right decision to make or not, I think there still would have been like more conversation about what's happening. Like, we're sending him away and we're going to pretend like he's dead. And I think for whatever reason, this makes sense. Also, Kate, you don't need to know. Do they just all of a sudden just don't trust Kate at all? Because if you ask me, Kate would have did the same. JP would have did the same thing Kate did if he had a chance before her. So it's just really odd to me how that played out. Really quick for your answer. Let me just get this other super chat in from Eric Iverson. Do y'all think Paulie's son will pop back up? Absolutely not. I think
unless he's doing drugs with Jenard in a car. That's about the only time he popping up.
In a Crown Vic.
Yeah. I think his
looking
son,
like he about to rape a grown man.
Yep.
Hey. We ain't gonna talk about what I thought Jenard was about to do. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna have my man out here topping off this early for drugs.
Bro,
like, this is the quickest transition humanly possible.
Bro, I was worried when he got in that car and then he was getting his arm touched. It's like, no, stop it. I was like, whoa, we're going in a brand new direction. What the and thankfully they didn't go where I thought they were gonna go, but I was worried as hell. It was like, no, don't go ahead, boy, do your okay. Hey. You know, so I was like, whoa.
Man, that's a hell of a leap right there from everything we've seen from Jenard, and then you have been sucking dick for a hit. It's like, come on, dog.
Right.
Not this fast. Not this fast. Kill him first, because it will only make sense for him to do that first.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know. I think Paulie's son was just basically used for us to just get just really understand just the mental state of Paulie. You know, the life he's avoiding, the situation he's avoiding, for his true loyalty, his undying loyalty for Walter that he gave up on his son. And never look back. So I think that speaks a lot. And I know a lot of you all have talked. I'll leave that other comment about the father-son thing because I'm pretty sure we're probably talking about that too. HFG with a super sticker. Thank you very much, my bro. I appreciate you. And we got one from DeMarcus Vaughn here for $5. We will never know who paid Miriam medical bill now that Walter and Paulie is dead. That right there is a very interesting. Interesting. Let's probably talk about that in like a week or two and into some full extent there. That is interesting. All right, what question will be on again? I forgot.
Let's ask again. Go to Lamont. What do you think about the way Tommy and JP handled telling Kate about D-Mac?
Lack of telling Kate.
Lack of telling Kate any damn thing.
I get why they didn't tell her, but this is a new Kate. Kate has already shown you she's not on drugs. So I think that there's a higher level of functioning with Kate. And I think that you could have told her that we had to get rid of D-Mac for a little while without giving any more details, so that she knows that he's alive, but he's MIA for specific reasons. I agree you can't tell Kate nothing. You couldn't get Kate to hold water if she was at the bottom of the ocean and it's raining. You can't get her to hold it. So I get why they didn't tell her that, but you at least need her to know that he's still alive. I wouldn't have let it on that he's per se dead. And I get why JP was so vehement against her, because JP feels like you only been in our lives for a New York minute, and now you think that you get to, call shots and act like you's this grandmother that's going to put unicorns on the top of horses. I get it. I get why JP's acting like that. He trusts Tommy way more than he trusts his own mother, because she hasn't been around. So I think that they could have handled it where they said, Kate, we had to take him away for a little bit. He's alive, and that's all you need to know. That's all you're going to get. Because I hate that she's back on drugs now. That's just, she's a real wild card at this moment now that she's back on drugs.
Yeah. Much worse than if you would have told her what was going on. Because it runs the way. One, JP trusting Tommy more than Kate is odd, because you've known Tommy just as long as you've known Kate. Ain't much of a difference there. Two, D-Mac has known JP as long as he's known Kate, and he likes Kate more. Like, again, makes no sense. And then you talk about pointless characters. Without D-Mac for JP, you don't need it all. He is as pointless a character as humanly possible if D-Mac's not around. What is the point of this character at this point now? What is it? He gonna open up this club that we never see? Like, we've said it before, like, they've done a horrible job at showing us other things of JP. Literally, they had an episode where him and Kate went to the horse track and didn't show the nigga the whole episode. I was waiting to the point where he goes away to the suburbs of Chicago or something and disappears, because there's no need to bring him back.
I'm glad you caught that they was at the horse track, because that horse track was symbolic to where they sent D-Mac. So I'm sure that horse track has something to do with the Horse Negro School for Horses, or whatever I'm going to call that school. That track got something to do with that.
What's it called? A question?
Him there. We know JP didn't. JP ain't got no money. Tommy sent him to that school.
He don't. And then, you know what? What happened to JP boyfriend that had all the money?
What happened to his daddy? His daddy was there for one episode, and then they said, nope, no need to continue with this character.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so many questions about the way they handled this situation with D-Mac, but also how it hurts the character progression of JP, because you got to give him something to do.
Do you two like D-Mac's character better than JP's character?
Yes.
It's about to say either that or it's just a void for me. They just offset each other.
His character makes more sense, and that's the problem. Like, we're not seeing, they haven't expanded what JP is or who he is. Like, all we know is that he's Tommy's gay brother, and he likes music. But like, are you going to give him something separate from Tommy to help build this character out? You got Diamond out here, Coach Carter and little kids in boxing, and yet still we ain't seen JP give a little kid a piano or nothing. Like, we ain't seen him do nothing this whole. It makes no sense that they haven't built this character out, and maybe they moving D-Mac to help build JP's character out, because maybe now you get the mourning father, the one who's missing his son that he's known for 3 weeks. Maybe we get that guy coming out now, and maybe this is going to start a conflict between him and Tommy, because D-Mac is not around there, because he blames Tommy for D-Mac even being in this situation. But then he becomes a loose cannon at that point for Tommy, because his emotion about his son going to supersede his feelings for his brother he just met.
I got one question for y'all, just one, and it's kind of in the realm of where you guys are going, but I want to fit it in there before we go on. And it involves Maria. Is there any chance Tommy could get her pregnant, and I'll just leave the floor to y'all. And what would that do for the story? Just leave it there.
I tell you what, I mean, I brought this up, and I was going to ask the director, but because of limited time, but if anybody's pregnant, it's got to be Claudia.
Oh no!
Just remember, she my man Brendan shot the club up before.
Dublin been dumping in her for like 3 weeks now. So
Yeah,
ain't no time.
And that's a story they can work with for sure.
But Maria being pregnant, and if it was by Tommy, would be way more interesting.
Yeah,
but I don't think they would do that to Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy ain't in the position because Tommy's not in a position right now where a kid will make any sense for him. And a kid by the Connect who would just kill him.
Yeah.
But it would make sense for Maria. And I think that Maria can kind of control her brother to a certain extent. But I guess we'll see where we go because Maria is the keys to his life. Him and them diabetes mellitus he got. He take Maria out. Who's gonna get him destroyed?
She tried to control her brother with the doctor, and we saw what happened there. He went back there and broke both of his hands.
Yep. What's the consequence going to be when Maria find out what he did?
Exactly. But I don't think they would do that for Tommy. Claudia, maybe, because that's a storyline you could use for Dublin, for them respecting her a little bit more. Her holding the head man's grandchild could be a thing, but Maria, it would be too complicated. Tommy falling in love with her is the angle they're definitely going down because we know how Tommy is with women.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Lamont, I think here's the thing about that is that we question Maria in terms of if she knows the business. Is she a part of the business? Is she running some type of like, covert operation for grandma to get intel on Tommy to see how Tommy's moving? Could that be a thing? It certainly still could be a thing, but ultimately, is Maria in love with Tommy? Yes. I think there's enough sprinkles for her off the clock. When I mean off the clock, like away from Tommy, to show that she realized like Claudia does not love anybody or anything. She just wants to run a business. Her being on top of Brendan, her mess with Mai in the first season, these are all business transactions. She's never showed body language that she loves him. We saw Maria in the hospital all googly over the text. Tommy. She got rid of Kendall. She don't care about Dr. Kendall. We'll see what she does next week in terms of with Dr. Kendall. Like, does she confront her brother about it and just want to know why? Because that's too close to home in terms of her profession. That's some gangster stuff. Does she also fear that, like, if you did that to Kendall, could you be coming for Tommy after that? But I think like we're going to see. I think we're going to see Maria and Tommy heat things up. The Stars contract is about up for the two of them, so I think there's going to be a moment between the two of them. And does that result into them getting a potential little offspring somewhere down the line? It could be interesting. That could be game changer. We'll see how not only does her brother, but how does the cartel even feel about a movement of like that if something of that comes to light. But ultimately, the biggest thing I want to say is we got to remember what this show is all about. It is about Tommy and Tommy running away from his problems because he understands that anybody who gets too close to Tommy ends up getting hurt. He at some point is going to have that realization of, I love her, but this is not good, because you go down the list of names, Lakeisha, Holly, Liliana, at some point it's all going to it's going to come hit him in the face, and he's going to have to realize, like, it can't be her. She cannot be the fourth victim. Do we see Ghost Liliana show up again to remind him of this? Could it be? Wouldn't that be interesting? Or Lakeisha or Holly? Does one of them at some point give him a little
seen Ghost
wake
Lakeisha
up call?
Yet? I mean, she looks different. Lala looks a little different now than she did when she was on Power. So I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, she done went back into the plastic surgery machine again.
Yeah. So I don't know how that would work. She's a new
woman. Yeah, but you could get Tasha to come back. She's someone that he's loved that's never gotten killed. and seems to always give him great advice. They go have their little blunt smoking powwows in the front seat of the car somewhere. He'd always have her sprinkled in there here and there.
And that's what's going to be.
Yes, Lala
That's
always
why
ready to
we're
work.
waiting to the end of the season to find out what's going to happen, because by the end of this season is when he tries to go kill Tasha. So what episode are they going to play that moment of happening at? Could they be like, no, we're not going to end the season with him doing that? But what happens if that's the 9th episode and then we get the 10th episode with Tasha and him and conspiring to do something else, or Tariq coming to him because he got to leave New York because everybody's trying to kill him. It's so like we're heading down a path that we kind of know what part of the end is, but we're waiting for that other conclusion to pop out. But as it pertains for him and Maria, the only reason I don't think Tommy will run away is because this would be the first woman that he's with that he does not have to be her protector.
Okay, that's true.
This is the only woman he's been with where he don't have to be her protector. Her brother is a psychopath and would kill anybody if they tried to mess with her. And in the end, I think even he would be pissed and want to hurt Tommy for messing with his sister. But if his sister loves him, there's nothing he can do about that.
Yeah, just a matter of
kill him.
And it's just a matter where the orders from above.
Not for her though, because you said it. Like, who gonna give him his sugar medicine? Like, you don't want to play with nobody who's shooting you with a needle every day, because it could be air in one of those needles one of those days. Like, you better be very careful.
For all we know, he done cut that off because Maria's not a doctor. She's got to get a prescription from some damn body, and he done beat up Dr. Feelgood hand and took Dame. So she's gonna be getting her.
But did he know that was her brother?
No, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. But Miguel knows that was the doctor that Maria works with, and apparently dating.
I think he'll still give Maria the medicine, or Maria she'll steal it from the hospital. You know how it goes. Like,
and listen,
let her brother die for diabetes. Like, that's a horrible thing to die from.
And listen, if Maria don't want to do it, Jenard in depth, so he know how to shoot up now, so he can give my man the sugar medicine if need be.
Well, no, he'll know how to shoot up because he had that white man shoot it for him. Jenard has the slightest idea. He let that man rub his vein and shoot his.
Yeah, man. Jenard sitting in there letting Lottie Devot flirt with his damn shirt sleeve and then giving him drugs and stuff. I was like, damn, Jenard. God,
hey, when my man said when Jenard sniffed it, my man said, "Wait a minute, you're wasting it." And just started freebasing next to Jenard. I said, "Oh shit! Like, where are we going with this?"
Man, I was nervous as fuck. Like, what are you about to do to Jenard?
Hey,
I heard people doing for some change, but I was like, y'all better not let Jenard sink that far.
Hey, yo.
I ain't never seen a crackhead shoot up another crackhead for free.
Me neither.
Like, this was a different thing. Like, he was very adamant. Like, let me just shoot it in your veins for you so you can feel a little better. But nah, like,
and didn't rob him. Didn't do nothing to him. The man showed up at the hospital with a clear head.
with his Gucci sweater intact.
Yes.
Because a crackhead would have took that sweater off him in a heartbeat. You know how many hits
Jenard would have showed up to the hospital naked and broke.
Butt ass naked.
Naked and broke. Ashy as hell too, because you had lotion, he would took that too. So,
my man said, the back of the Crown Vic, those seats comfortable back there. Like, wait, man. What?
That's what I'm like, whoa.
Hey, what he trying to sell, or what is he trying to buy? Because it's a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's get to the next question. And this is also a big one this week because of the deaths of Paulie and Walter. Do you all think it was too soon to kill these characters off for the storyline moving forward? So first, what's up, Lamont? What do you think? Do you think it was too soon to kill these characters off?
No. With the way they think about who we didn't have last season. We didn't have Miguel and the drama with his family last season. that can completely replace the Flynn family. But mind you, we still got two important pieces of the Flynn family. I didn't like them killing Paulie because so many fans liked him because he's honorable, he's loyal, and all that stuff to the dad. So much so that he came back and got his ass killed. And I did not like the way Paulie went out like old ass 007 and shit like this. Like, Paulie, come on, man. Get behind something, dude. Get behind the rock. Get behind the panic room. Go to the fucking garage, man. Don't come out there. It was like he wanted to die. He was ready to die. But I don't think that there was no loss of any storyline by killing off those members, because we have so many people that can replace that storyline that we didn't have last season. I think we're in good hands.
Yeah.
What do you think, AJ?
Yeah, you know, I love Paulie, Guy Van Swearinger, and Tommy Flanagan is Walter Flynn. Just fantastic actors, and this is just a really, really amazing episode to write these two characters off. So selfishly, I'm like, man, I wanted to see more of them be badasses together, because we always seen Paulie being that brother, that person that can hold Walter accountable. We always kind of seen it off to the side. It's almost like a checks and balances. Walter out of line, Paulie's like, hey, and then Walter still does what he does, but it's like, you know, if there's anybody I'm gonna listen to in this room, not Claudia, not Vic, none of these other folks that he meets with, it's Paulie. Paulie say something, he's gonna respect it. I just really soaked up just seeing the two of them grab the guns together and basically like, let's go to war. I mean, like I got chills off of that, because like it not only was just a cool scene, but it just showed you just the epitome of the respect they had for one another. And as I mentioned, said to the director, Walter loves him some Vic. That's his boy. And when that all went down, he looked at Paulie and said, let's go to war, son. Didn't even acknowledge his whole son that he trying to leave everything to, that he's putting so much investment to, but he knew when it was down to that moment where he may see his final moments, he called the person that he trusted the most. So just all of that just led me to say, like, man, I just want so much more. But without a doubt, now understanding how story works, this was the right time. We have 5 episodes now with Claudia versus Vic. Claudia, who thought, this is my way to the top of the throne. Here I go. Just to find out, like, you're still a woman, father or not, you're still a woman. So what does Claudia do now that all of her options are gone? And I feel very confident in saying Dublin don't care about what happened. Walter's gone. Brendan said, our business is with Walter. Walter's gone. No more Flynn organization. So not only does Claudia not have a brother, not have a little move with Brendan that could lead her to Dublin, that ain't working. Not only does she don't have the Flynn organization, she has nothing, no money, nothing. We about to see Claudia down bad, which is, to me, beyond intriguing to see somebody, as we know, somebody who has nothing to lose becomes the most dangerous person. What's next for Claudia as she has to duck and dodge her brother that may be coming for her, and Tommy, who is certainly coming for her with no protection. So I'm very excited to see what's up with Claudia next. With Vic playing Fed, we'll see how long until he flips again. I think he likes the idea of working for the cops, but at some point I think he's going to realize, like, all right, this is an idiot move. So we'll see what happens with Vic as he looks to fulfill his life sworn mission to let Gloria know that he took his father's out and he's going to always honor her. Now that he's did that, what's up for him next? Maybe he wasn't thinking about Gloria when he got that liquor store head, was he? See,
no.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was crying right during head, just like, I wish this was Gloria instead of you. Like, you already know how Vic goes. Like, that doesn't change with him.
He was crying, thinking to him. He was crying, thinking to himself, once you go black, you never go back. This head ain't working. That's what he was
Exactly. Like, you're just making a lot of noises down there. You're not doing any real work. This ain't working for
right.
Yeah, who gonna run Magic City now? That's what we need to know. because the club
Claudia,
still
that's
got
her only move now. That's the only move
Yeah.
now. What else she got? She got
I
nothing
guess
else.
so.
She has no protection from Tommy, who still wants her dead. She literally killed off all her protection. What
Right.
left? What is there left for her? She got to
And
leave Chicago.
Tommy's not attracted to Claudia one bit. I mean, I would say that one asset she still has is what's between her legs, because she was using that to try to control Dublin through Doyle. And now she done killed him. And the power she had over him that we seen last episode when she gave him wham bam, thank you, ma'am, microwave sex. She can't even use that on nobody right now. So Claudia's up the creek without a paddle. And I hope her ass can swim.
And Jenard ain't with Treason no more. She got to go with the boys from Treason. Maybe she need to try to take over Treason.
Man,
that's her only play at this point, Joe. Jenard back with CBI.
Maybe she'll go begging to Jenard. Take me in CBI.
No, I don't think that's gonna work with Tommy. Because Tommy still want her dead.
Is Jenard gonna work with Tommy? Tommy don't care about Jenard either.
I think he's gonna give Jenard grace just because he's Diamond's brother. He's gonna be very, very thin with him, saying like, "Listen, you one mistake, you up out of here." That's how I think that's going. Because at the end of the day, regardless of like what makes sense, we know that Tommy was on thin ice with the DMAT situation, which Diamond was basically like, "You don't handle this, I'm gonna handle it." I think it's gonna be just the same thing in reverse. Like, hey, either get your brother on raps or he's a rap too. But like, having him on in there, I think it's good for Diamond, maybe bad for business, but it's also in protection of him. I mean, let's just call it what it is. D-Mac and Jenard are basically the same, got the same mindset right now. Two kids way out of their lane, thinking they're going to do something, but only causing more trouble. So keep them close.
No, D-Mac just wanted to go outside and talk to a girl. Jenard is sniffing and shooting heroin. I don't think they're
that's his girl.
Ain't even the same at this point.
That's his girl now. That's his girl now.
Jenard started a whole criminal organization because his brother kicked him out.
DeMarcus made a great point, fellas. DeMarcus made a great point that Claudia could go running back to Mucinex and the Serbs.
That could happen, but the problem would be like they wanted her because of her power with the organization.
Right.
They're gonna be like, but if it's just you, what benefit does that bring us? Like, you're gonna have to give us something else. Because Dublin is not responding to Claudia.
Yeah, it's a wrap. There's no way. I mean, again, just thinking about Dublin. Dublin didn't retaliate off the Four Horsemen. But you can call for help and they'll come. They didn't come and retaliate for the Four Horsemen. So Brendan made the call for Redbeard or Redhead, whatever his name was, and he came. But as Brendan said, our business is with Walter, not the Flynns. So no Walter, no business.
Yeah, and now that Walter's dead. Well, no, but also the transition was going to happen where it was going to transition to Vic. So the question is, what does Vic do? Because Vic can still work with the cops to like bring down his sister. He don't give a fuck about her. But does that mean Vic doesn't stay in the business?
I think Vic's gonna auction off all his assets. Come take all this, and that truly means like their deals, their businesses, or stakes in businesses and their territories. I think that's the value they have, and I think
here's the problem though: white people don't do a good job at being broke on power. They just don't.
Not on power.
White people do not do a good job of being broke on power, and they don't give up the power that they have. Yeah, I think that this is going to be Vic getting a taste of power that he's never experienced before. Because now you are the man. There is nobody else that they're going to talk to but you. Now that you can control everything, he just got to get his fucking emotions out of the way. Because it's easy to get rid of Claudia. Nigga, you run everything now. Shoot the bitch in her head. Why are we even having these discussions? It's because nothing to discuss.
Because someone's got another one of our fine sisters got to fuck the chocolate taste of Gloria out of his mouth, and it's probably going to be Stacey Marks. It's going to be Stacey. That's what's going to happen.
You know what? Damn, but she going to cheat on her white husband with a white man?
She's already doing that. She's already doing that. She's already showed us that she wants to throw Tommy under the bus more than she wants to be a happy spouse with her husband.
That is true.
She already done showed us that. And if Vic got a moment of weakness with her, because she's about to let him be the international global snitch that we saw on Power Book 2, he's about to be that on this show. And if that requires him giving Stacey Marks a couple of back shots until she thinks she's on the shy, hey, he's just gonna have to do what he got to do.
I think when you think about the Flynn organization, I think regardless of the events of Vic killing Walter, I think Walter is still very much in loving his son. Will leave everything to Vic, and Vic will just use all of those assets as collateral for whatever he's feeling for the day. Because he doesn't have any will to be in the business, but he will have money for whatever's left there. He will have assets, the club, whatever businesses they have. And he also will have territories where we know that no one moves, product or whatever in the Flynn's territory. So, with that being said, one, that still leaves Claudia with absolutely nothing, because we absolutely know Walter left nothing to Claudia. We know it. Nothing. It's not even close. But I think Vic will try to use it because remember, his job now is to infiltrate CBI to get Tommy. And I think he's going to have something of value in order to get close to Tommy. So I think there will be some pseudo deals made or some sort. So with either the territories, money, whatever it may be. But I think at the end of the day, Stacey Marks only cares about Tommy way more than she cares about the reputation of her husband and what he does. And then we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but like her calling the task force was pretty much like hey, the local authorities can't get it done. Yeah. We need the feds. And that's like saying like, my husband can't get the shit done. Let me go get somebody else. And that's not going to go well in the bedroom together. So she don't respect him. She already, as you mentioned, she's willing to cheat and go above and beyond in order to get what she needs with Tommy, to get her promotion, to become the governor, and her husband is just going to have to find a way to get back at her, and whatever that may be will be interesting. But I don't think her husband's just going to just keep playing puppy to her while she just runs game over him all over the time. So it's a lot of moving pieces that could come in these next 5 episodes.
Hey, just wait till Shanti gets with Vic. Because that's the easiest transition there.
Oh no!
She got soldiers, and Vic needs both, and she's gonna get with Vic and be his new chocolate thing. And that's gonna be it. Because Jenard on drugs now, so he ain't gonna help. He out this joint like Gator in his mama house dancing for change and shit. So he no help to Shanti no more. Shanti gonna go to Vic. Vic gonna make that deal with her, and then they gonna get together, and then he got a new black girlfriend. Then they can mourn Gloria together.
Oh God, no. That vision in my head is not dancing like sugar plums at Christmas. Oh my Lord. Vic and Shanti. Oh my.
Hey, and no. It's
please no. Please no.
It gives him more soldiers, more territory.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna take over Teresa's territory. So that gives Vic Teresa's territory. And Dublin's gonna be like, what do you need?
So Teresa's territory is the projects, and that's where the Serbs want.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh.
And if Vic moves in there, you think he gives a hell damn what the Serbs want? Vic can tell him,
no, because
you're not getting anything.
Look, right. Vic has all the resources he could ever want right now. Vic can get just about the only thing Vic needs is soldiers. The government is going to supply him weapons. The government can supply him drugs.
Mm-hmm.
All Vic needs is
he still got the Flynn soldiers. I mean, all of them didn't die. I mean, a lot of them died, but they're not. Yeah, he still got folks at the compound. So
and in the end, Dublin said our deal is with Walter, not with the Flynns. That's bullshit. Because now you're going to need someone in America to help move your shit. It's always going to be. Right. We're just not willing to go with Claudia. Like, we'll work with Vic.
Well, I mean, but still, the situation was they needed Vic. I mean, they needed Walter to get his money up. The money ain't going up because Vic ain't moving nothing in comparison to the deals that Walter was trying to make. So I think that I honestly think that Dublin's just going to wash their hands with this.
Vic was willing to move product that Walter wasn't at one point. Walter's whole thing is he wasn't really to get heavy into drugs. Vic did not give a goddamn about getting heavy into drugs. Vic was more than willing to get heavy into drugs.
And now he doesn't. Now he wants to honor Gloria by getting his hands clean with all of it.
Oh, no, I don't think that's the case at all. I think that he
I
just
don't
wants
think that's
to
the
kill
case
Claudia.
either.
I don't think he gives a damn about that anymore. He did what he needed to do with Gloria. He killed Walter. That was what he needed to do with Gloria.
No. But at the end of the episode, he definitely vowed to say that, like, I need to fulfill a promise because that's what Gloria wanted. They wanted to leaving it there. So I think when you think about how much he loves Gloria, I think everything he says he's truthful about it. But I did see somebody say, is he playing double agent? I think we will see him kind of be conflicted for the reason of what you said. This is the most power he's ever had. But straight and narrow path, I think he wants to live up to the whole goal and dream that him and Gloria have of leaving and doing his own thing. It's cute. It's absolutely cute. Don't forget, this dude cried for 5 episodes now, okay?
Bro, let me tell you something. NG, crackheads want to get off drugs, and they have great ambitions to do it in the name of their children. And the minute you put them back somewhere where there's drugs located, all that stuff go out the window. The minute you put Vic back into this game and he's the boss, he's in control. He has unlimited resources. All that glow gotta go.
Yeah. He gets to focus this organization to the way he wants it to be. So in a way, he is fulfilling Gloria's promise because he's not with his dad. He's not with his father anymore. And as the great saying always says, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Humanly impossible for it not to. But this is Vic's chance to say, hey, you know how drug dealers do when, I want to help the community. Like, I sell drugs here, but I built a community center. Like, we're doing good. Like, that's Vic. Just on the white scale.
I'm giving out turkeys Thanksgiving. I'm giving out turkeys Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. So hold on. So I get it. So you're basically saying that Vic is about to build the
Queen Child's Project. He's about to build the Chicago town. Cabrini Green Child's Project. That's what it's going to be. That's what Vic is about to build. we know this angel already.
Hey, bro. This is the question right here. Eric Iverson with the $5 super chat. What episode will Diamond smash that boy mom that he teaching how to box? Next episode. Absolutely next episode. You can believe that. Yeah, that's the stars contract being exercised right there.
Wait, y'all, they're gonna let them smash before Tommy smash Maria?
You know why? 2 episodes. They both happen in the next episode. Both of them.
Because Tommy's sex scenes are all awkward. So they like, you know what? No, let's
hold out for that as long as we can.
Because that's gonna be a big event. Diamond just hitting Creed mother is not really gonna change anything. Like that's just okay, he hit Creed mama. Like that's it. That's all we care about. But Tommy and Maria is a big point to do. But let's get into the last question, which is the bonus question, which is something that everybody unfortunately brings up. Power and sons killing fathers. Why this got brought up, I don't know why people brought this up. And the example that they're using is Vic and Walter, clearly Tariq and Ghost, and Tommy and his dad. Granted, to think about this, you have to throw out the reason that Tommy killed his father. Completely throw that he was a government informant, and that's why Tommy killed them. Yeah. But they said this is an ongoing trend for power where sons kill their fathers. So what do you two think about this? Is this a trend or just is a big ass coincidence?
Somehow on social media just needed to put together something for some clicks. It's not, none of them are saying, because you know what's so funny? You'll have somebody say, well, Tariq killed Ghost, but 10 posts down, Ghost is supposed to return episode 5. Y'all remember that whole thing that everybody was screaming about? That y'all said that Joseph Sakura was saying at some media junket or some red carpet or something, which I'd never seen. That he said, tune in for season 2, episode 5, Ghost is returning. And all y'all was eating that up. So let's start at the basics here. Is Ghost alive or is Ghost dead? The answer, and the only legitimate answer that we had to this, is that this character is in purgatory until the money adds up, which means he's dead until they need him alive. So you can't use that Tariq killed him because he possibly could come back. So that's one off the chart. You already handled the Tommy situation. And then Vickers Walter is the only one that was truly about a father-son love for one another. That Walter loved his son, was rough with him the entire time, and it is what it is. And then, and matter of fact, when you think about it, it's no different than Diamond and his father. Y'all want to talk about comparisons there? That was just two tough love to one another. That one actually just went to the extent of one being killed. That these fathers never knew how to be properly soft parenting with their kids. In fact, they tried to bring them up in the game, or they tried to do their best to prevent them from the game, but in fact, it only ran them to the game, and so on. So, like, the theme across these three is that they're not even remotely close. But yes, were their father and son, sure. And also, are we really just going to give Tommy's dad the father title like he's been there? Because let's not forget what just happened with Kate and JP and Tommy when she tried to throw out the "I've been raising y'all." Wait a minute, what? It's my man. You was not here.
She raised Tommy. JP was wrong. She raised Tommy. She didn't raise him. She raised Tommy though.
Yeah. So
she was just a struggling single black mother trying to raise Tommy to be the best white boy he could be.
This is the comment. Ghost is the dean at D-Max Horse School. Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. I put that on my FanDuel. I put that on my FanDuel card.
Exactly. That's some bullshit there.
I'm going to bed. I gotta put my kids to bed, man. What in the world? If so, he is Professor X Dean Ghost, huh? That's what we're gonna see.
There you go.
Ghost sitting in a damn floating wheelchair, right there teaching kids. Oh, goodness.
How to ride horses and how to build buildings that don't do nothing once they're done.
What was the name of the school? You did mention it. What was it called? I looked it up.
It was. I looked it up too, and I done forgot, man. It was some name.
I couldn't think of a.
It was an academy.
It
was an academy for sure.
Yeah, Great Shores. Great Shores. That's it.
Yeah.
Great Shores. Yeah,
Great Shores Youth Academy. So, yeah. What's your thoughts about this, Lamont?
I think that the writers are putting it in over and over because it's such a plot device that really engages audiences. Because one thing that they teach you in writing school is that people love drama surrounding families, and people, especially men, even if we don't know our father, they can come back for a hot New York minute. And for whatever the reason, we tend to soak up what they're telling us, as evidenced by all the men you guys mentioned, especially Tommy and his dad. He was all on his dad's job for a little minute, dissing everybody else for a hot second. And if the writers didn't want this to be a thing, every episode when they go over what they're going to have in these seasons, they could take that stuff out, but they don't, because it continues to be a plot device that obviously the audience is not sick of and the audience enjoys. And so I think that this is a thing for them, but I think that trend is getting ready to change to sons killing mothers.
So Tariq going to kill Tasha? Is that what we're waiting for?
I think either Tommy or JP is going to eventually kill Kate Egan.
Oh, I think Kate going to kill JP first.
And then Tommy might kill her.
Or do JP or do D-Mac kill
no, D-Mac ain't killing Kate. No, D-Mac gonna roll with Kate. Yeah, D-Mac gonna roll with Kate. D-Mac may pull the trigger to help extend killing fathers thing. Because D-Mac love Kate. I don't know, he's cool with JP, but he love Kate.
Kate.
I know we're gonna wrap on time real quick, but I was just thinking about something. I did like the little story arc that we had with Tony Teresi when he was there, but like I think was just a self-contained little arc. I don't think there's nothing to come of that. But you mentioned Maria possibly being pregnant at some point. Let's not forget that Tommy did have an unborn child with Holly when he strangled her. So he didn't find out until after she died. I and really willing to bet that we're going to see an appearance from Holly as the ghost more than Lakeisha now. I truly think with what you're saying, because I think that's a possibility. That's a story that I'm willing to see them explore. But I think Holly will have to be the one to have to remind him about what happened with their situation. That would just, one, be a good callback, but two, just makes a lot of sense in terms of what they could be doing going forward. So I forgot.
And
Guys,
three,
about it.
keep him from doing the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
Holly was a drug addict. Holly was Kate.
Was she a drug addict?
Yeah, she was a drug addict.
I mean, she got on it. She got on it as much as she did. I think he killed Holly because Holly was overstepping on the operation, but she was partying just as much as Tommy was. She wasn't a liability because of her drugs. I don't remember.
No, she was on drugs. The attraction for Holly with Tommy was that Holly was Kate.
She was on drugs, but the worst issue between the two was she kept coming between the relationship between Tommy and Ghost.
Yeah, that was the issue. No. Holly wasn't Jenard.
No, I'm not saying it was an issue, but I'm saying the correlation is that Holly was Kate. That was his attraction to her. That. But to me, if he kills Kate or does anything to Kate, that connection with Holly is done. Because that was the attraction with Holly, is that Holly was Kate. He was looking for someone to be his mom.
Yeah.
It was Holly. Lakeisha was the one where he thought he had a future with.
Right.
With Holly, it always was something that came in a way. With Lakeisha, there was nothing that came in a way. It was, this is who I'm going to be with. I'm going to marry her. I'm going to have a family with her. And then all of that got taken away. That's why, to me, it will be Lakeisha over Holly.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll see.
Even though Tommy just is going to be Tommy and just kill everybody and cancel Christmas as many times as humanly possible. Because that's what Tommy does. Right? Tommy's a
psychopath water
who loves to kill people. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we are going to wrap for tonight's episode here of Power Book 4 Force, our live show with you, fans. Hey, y'all came through
Jenard DeBarge and everything that he went through this episode. So we need to fully get into Jenard DeBarge and everything he went through in this episode.
Yes, we did.
Because we get to see everything down the line, what that's going to be.
Yeah.
For Jenard.
Oh, we're just getting started. That's the whole thing. We're just getting started. Yeah. And listen, episode 9, Jenard going to be in the back of that Crown Vic. That's the bet I'm willing to take. He gonna be back there.
It's just gonna be what position he gonna be in.
Yep.
It's not gonna be a position that
we're accustomed to seeing. Shorty.
It's gonna be him and JP back there. He keep on asking for drug money.
Man, oh man. Yeah, folks. Listen, thank y'all all for coming through tonight. So many folks coming through each and every week. Just want to make sure we give y'all love as well too. Y'all be having the chats rocking. I wish we could just let this thing roll because y'all be having y'all own show in there too. And I definitely peeping and just getting lost and I'm on camera. Need to be talking about things because y'all going off of there. But we're gonna keep doing what we do. And we'll be back again next Friday with our recap review show. And then next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're back with our live show. We'll have a special guest next week as well, too. But listen, Lamont, my guy. You got to let the fans know, first of all, if y'all have not already, be sure to go in the comments. You can click his name and it'll take you right to his channel. Subscribe, notification bell. I promise you, even if you ain't subbed here, you just somehow landed on his channel, go check out Lamont. He puts out fantastic coverage, conversations, a whole bunch of different things I think you could get from there, whatever your cup of tea may be. I think there's deep dives into episodes. I think there's this great community conversation for different subject matters. I think you just do a lot of good things. And I think he must be doing something right with close to 150K 50K, well, 50K is 1,000, 150K subscribers there. And you could be a part of that by just clicking the subscribe button and being a part of the crew. But listen, you got to let everybody know what you got coming up, what you're working on, what's next for you dropping over there at Life Gains.
Trailer breakdown for Power tomorrow. Little tribute to the show Shy, and they're losing the character that a lot of people loved and endured, and he's going to be doing bigger and better things. We're going to talk about that. Current events, I'm going to be dropping that, and you guys can follow me on TikTok for a lot of that. And I forgot what movie I'm going to be reviewing this week, but I just reviewed Dumb Money, so go check that out. And just generally come back to hang with us. We'll be going live on Saturday night to talk Power, what happens on this coming episode number 6. So do that, but more importantly, continue to support these brothers at Big Gold Belt. You can leave them a super chat in the comments. They don't even got to be live for you to do it. They're growing. They've passed 25,000 subscribers. They are making an impact. They're getting interviews. Show these brothers some love. They work their asses off. And it's very important that when you show them love, you do it with love. So share the content, support them with super chats, and keep these brothers growing.
I appreciate you, my brother. Definitely means a lot. Again, you're the bar in this community, man. And as you throw flowers to support us, we want to make sure we give them back. And folks, you go and support because when you support us, we all grow. And I think that's the important thing here is we just want to continue to move as a community, bring you all content, give y'all shit to laugh about, get your drinks on while we sit here and act the fool, but also try to provide you all with some content that we all could be proud of. Nonetheless, we're going to keep doing it as long as y'all keep coming through. Again, another night of fun. We all back to work next week with more content. So as always, we appreciate you all, the love, support, the super chats, the conversations, the funny, even the ridiculousness stuff that y'all be saying. Somebody left me something that was so wild last week that I just had to sit there and pause for a second. I'm like, I don't even think I can even respond to that. Hold on. I got to look at this comment real quick. Yeah. Here we go. Claudia Flynn. Oh, yeah. This is from DeMarcus. Hey, DeMarcus, you're in the DeMarcus. Hey, get in the chat before we go. I need DeMarcus Prime in the chat right now. Claudia Flynn is the evil Alicia Marie. You have got to explain to me how Claudia, a significantly older character, is mimicking a younger character as the evil version of her. We haven't even got enough of Alicia Marie to even can draw a profile about her. All we know is that she's innocent and her daddy died. That's it, right? And she went to court with him a couple of times and she answered the door at times that obviously set some things up. What we on, DeMarcus, man? What? Come on now. You was on fire all night and you gonna leave that comment? But
people need Alicia Marie to be evil, Joe. That's all it is. They need her to be evil.
Yeah.
They are waiting for her heel turn. She's like Charlotte Flair. Like the way Charlotte Flair pop out of everywhere.
Definitely.
When anybody has success, the Charlotte Flair pops her ass up somewhere. That's Alicia Marie.
Right.
Hey, the rest of the comment said Claudia is as ruthless, as manipulative as Rock and Monet. See, listen.
You will not put this Vanilla Queen in the category of those two black queens. You will not
Rock
do that.
Is something. That Rock is something, boy.
Yeah.
Rock is on a different level than everybody. Nobody's on that level.
Yeah.
Rock, damn sure gonna compare Claudia to Rock.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's wrap it up for tonight. We got things to do. And until next week, folks, we thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be back with more Power Book 4 content. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all there.